Today I'm going to try to make a guitar stand for my son for Christmas. Okay, pieces are roughed out on the bandsaw. I want to determine what are my outside faces, and I kind of went over them earlier, but overall I think they look good. I might have to put the template back on it, trim more of this out, get it as close as I can. Like right here, I got a good little piece here, more than I want to put on my router, because to be honest with you, I'm gun shy with that router lift. Everything's flipped upside down, so therefore everything's kind of, as you feed it into it, is backwards, and I'm just gun shy with it. I've had 2 kickbacks on me and they're not fun. Luckily I never got hurt. I just let it take the piece, you know. Don't ever try to fight it. On the inside here, I'm going to mark where I'm going to have a hinge. So I'm going to stick these templates on there, set my router up, and get that done. Yeah, that bit smoked. Look at that. I'll be sanding that forever. After I got done sanding, I went ahead and cut my leather pieces to glue onto the guitar stand. I completely forgot about recording it. Sorry about that, in case you was interested, but I got this leather at Tandy Leather, and just had to have something on here to soften the bottom so the guitars don't get scratched. I just had it set up. I just needed something to put on the bottom. And I will just glue those on. Next thing I have to do is I need to make some cordage out of this one little bit of leather that I have left, and I have to drill a hole on the side to put the string through. Takes a little bit to get this set up. I just started playing around with leather working. It's a different animal. Got my drill kind of propped up in the middle. Hold it up just a little. Right now I got everything drilled. I don't have the hinge holes drilled yet, but I'll do that after I finish it. I think next step I want to do is put some finish on this. Planning on using something different this time. I'm going to use some Rubio Monocoat. It's really good stuff. It's expensive, but it's really good stuff. And I think this red zebra wood would take to it pretty well. I think it'll look pretty good. One of the design things I'd probably will change in the future is I want to round these instead of squaring them off like I did. I shouldn't have did that. If you round it more, you could make this leather one piece, but since it's so square, you can't really get a good bend right here. I mean, it'll bend, but you got an open area, a small open area right in here and right in here. I think this guitar stand is going to turn out quite nice, if I do say so myself. I hope my son likes it. It's for him for Christmas. When we first started on this, there is a piece at the bottom. Just so happened is that there was a knot right here. So I went ahead and I just kind of cut the knot out, but it's there. Good thing it's on the bottom, so you really won't notice it. Unless, I don't think my son's ever gonna notice it or even care. But yeah, that was a knot, so I went ahead and cut it out because I didn't want it to fall out after the fact we get it built. So I'm going to blow these off with some air, get all this dust off of them, and mix up a small vein of Rubio, slap on this. Supposed to like squeegee this stuff on, but one, I don't have a squeegee. Two, I don't think it's big enough to squeegee. So I'm just using a foam brush, and it's basically if you ever rubbed on a lacquer, wool based lacquer or something like that. It's kind of like that, or a little bit thicker than mineral oil. But acts the same. The wood sucks it up pretty good. You just want to leave this on for about 15 minutes or so and then wipe it off. Let it sit overnight or something. That's what I did. And then I'll probably apply another coat of it. Either one or two more coats, depending on how much sheen it's got to it. Because I'm going to try to shine it up a little. This red zebra wood almost reminds me of like a, I think it's called gunstock stain from Minwax. It's kind of hard to determine how much Rubio you need for these smaller pieces. I'm sure I used probably way too much more than I needed to, because this stuff, it goes along, a little bit goes a long way, seems like, but you live and you learn. Okay guys, it's been about 15 minutes. I got some shop towels here. I'm just going to wipe it down, wipe the excess off of it, and let it cure overnight out here in the shop. And we'll put another coat on tomorrow. Hey, if y'all like this content, please, if you could, subscribe down at the bottom. Give me a thumbs up. Go in the comments. You got any questions? Hopefully I can answer them for you. Yes, for years I've heard about Rubio, but I've never really used it. Just because, well, mostly the cost of it. And I was using other stuff. Watch when using this stuff though. This stuff will burn your shop down if you don't watch it. It will catch fire. Spontaneous combust. I've had that accidentally happen here quite a few times because I wasn't paying attention to where I put my rags when I'm done. I just put my rags on the garage floor, let them air out like that. It'll be okay. Just give them a day, let them air out, then you can throw them away. Okay, we're out here the next day. First coat of Rubio, nice and smooth. I'm going to use this SOS pad. It's not the rough, gritty green stuff. This is like a gray pad. It's a little bit softer. I'm just going to put my sander on here and give it a little buff and apply another coat. Okay guys, I'm out here in the shop again. It's been quite a few days since I've had a chance to work on this guitar stand. Thanksgiving happened, so we had to go do that stuff. And now that Thanksgiving's over, the weather has took a change around these parts. It's pretty cold outside, and what that means is the shop is also pretty cold. I've had the heater on, but it just breaks the chill. The old shop kind of needs some insulation, so that's why I don't do a lot of woodworking in the wintertime. I try to knock it out before Christmas or before it gets cold, just because I don't like working out here when my hands are freezing cold. But all we have to do is put our hinges on, and I got some pre-cut strips of leather that I might need to go back and trim, but I just got to glue those on and try to knock this guitar stand out, because Christmas is probably close to around 15 days away. So yeah, we need to knock this out, get this over with, because I'm probably going to make another one for my dad for Christmas. And if you can't tell, the footage of the video is probably changed, and the reason being Black Friday. Took a leap of faith and bought a pretty decent camera for these YouTube videos. Hopefully it wasn't a waste of money. I do enjoy taking pictures and stuff, but I just wanted a good camera. And hopefully you can tell by the video that it looks better. If not, it's another thing I need to learn and practice on, so bear with me on that. So yeah, let's get started on this. It's freaking freezing out here. Yeah, I definitely don't like doing this when this is cold like this. But that's what tends to happen when you do last minute Christmas gifts or try to make them in December around here. So that's on me. When putting in these little screws like this, use a little bit of wood wax. It'll help the screw go in a whole lot easier and keep it from breaking. I just like to try to line your pieces up. Find the center, give it a little punch. Try not to move your hands too much. One more thing I like to do when drilling these holes for this, I like to get me a drill bit, put you a little bit of tape on it so you know how deep you're going. And just put just a little bit of wax on them. And it helps out a whole lot. Because these little brass screws will break. The heads will break on you, and that's the last thing you want to happen right now. And then screw these in by hand too, if you are doing this. Okay guys, I ran out of leather. I still got to make a couple strips up here at the top. I ran out of leather, and like I said, I was planning on making another one for my dad for Christmas, so I need the leather for that to do also. So tomorrow, back to the leather shop, get a piece of leather, put these pieces on, and we put the string in. Basically on the string, I just tie a knot on one end, slip it through, figure out your distance. I think right about 16 inches width is about right for an acoustic and electric guitar. So we're almost there. Freaking cold out here, man. Hands don't want to work. I take that back. I'm gonna say it's about 9 inches, 9-10 inches from edge to edge, about 10 inches. That's about 10. Okay guys, this is about the second or third time I've tried to record this. Still trying to get used to this new camera I got along with the video and audio settings. So hopefully this footage turns out decent. I went back to the leather shop and installed the 2 pieces of leather I was missing on the previous clip up here. Cut them to size, glued them on, and it's finally finished. So the zebra wood looks really great with the Rubio monocoat, I think. I'm new at this Rubio monocoat, and I've heard about it for a few years, and I just kept putting it off. I'm like, oh, it can't really be that great. It's pretty nice stuff. It's expensive, but it's nice stuff. If I was to redo this again, I'd probably round these edges right here so you can make this one continuous piece of leather. Would be nice. You live and you learn, you know. Your distance between here is about 10 inches, and this will work with an acoustic and an electric guitar. And I really hope Braxton enjoys it as much as I enjoyed making it. Here at the Decker household, we'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you could, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to see more videos like this. I'll post some more stuff up. There's no telling what I'll do. I'll just post videos pretty much. So thanks for tuning in to Decker Does It DIY, and we'll see you on the next one.